Report is out and it says downtown Detroit is improving and gaining momentum, but there is still work to be done, it shows.
Yeah, Dave Egner is with us now in our new downtown studio. He's the president of the Hudson-Webber Foundation. Dave, good to have you with us. Let's start with the findings in what's called the 7.2 square mile report. I understand 77 new restaurants in just the past 2 years, right?
That's right. And I don't know if you have all of them on your visit list yet, but we're trying to tick them off one by one.
Give us an idea of what else the good news in this report. How far have we come in a couple years?
Well, a terrific amount of progress. The $9 billion of investment's been made since 2006, 77 new restaurants, as you've mentioned, 41 new retail establishments. We've seen rental occupancy raised to 99% downtown, 98% in Midtown. So we're starting to make good progress on residents as well as employees. 16,000 new private sector employees in greater downtown in the last 4 years as well.
This is all good for the downtown, and of course you got to start somewhere, but this 7.2 square mile report doesn't always include downtown. It has other areas, and some of those neighborhoods certainly need some work to be done. So what are you focusing when it comes to those areas that need improvement after this study?
Oh, we purposely chose the title 7.2 square miles to give context inside the 139 square miles that is Detroit. If the 7.2 is an island, we've got a problem. The 7.2 has to be a bridge. It's an economic engine. So how are we assuring that Detroiters are getting some of the 40% of the jobs that exist in the city in the 7.2? How do we assure workforce is moving out that way? Business to business activity from downtown corporations to neighborhood businesses. All of those things are on our agenda to continue to pursue. So 7.2 has got to be an economic engine, but it has to connect to the rest of the city.
The M1 rail, can we talk about that? Are you hopeful that will be a big contributor to the success of the city?
Yeah, M1 rail, like almost every other city that's focused on that kind of transit, has seen tremendous transit-oriented development that's gone in along the rail line. We know that's going to take effect. The bigger question becomes, what's the regional transit solution? As M1 rail is a piece of that puzzle, how do we assure that Detroiters can get downtown to the jobs that exist here? How can we assure that the region can be connected through public transit?
I think what's really interesting, a lot of people know that Detroit has lost the population, but when you take a look at the downtown footprint and the population down there, it rivals some other big cities that are doing well, like Minneapolis and Pittsburgh, right?
Well, density is really the issue here. So if you look at density numbers, we've still got a long way to go. We're at about 4.9 people per acre. If you go to downtown Central City, Philadelphia, there are 29 people an acre. More comparable, Minneapolis and Cleveland. We're closer to them, but we've got a long way to go. We've got to increase density.
We do, but it looks like we're on the right path when you read some of the improvements in this report. Dave Egner, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us tonight.
My pleasure.